The 5 things you need to stop doing immediately if you want to lose weight. So if you've been trying to lose weight but you're not getting the results that you want, you might be making one of these 5 mistakes. And today I'm going to break down the top 5 things you need to stop doing immediately if you want to lose weight. And what I'm about to share is actually based on a real case with one of my client, Rick. So before he joined my program, he was struggling with losing weight. He struggled to stay consistent. So what we did was we got on a call, we to figure out what's going on, what's happening around his life. And from that call, we identified 5 things that he was doing that was actually sabotaging his progress. Then we put together a plan that focused on addressing these 5 mistakes. And fast forward, he lost 18 kilos within 6 months. So I thought that this would be something good to share because chances are you might also be making some of these mistakes, and this will help you to overcome them and how to will teach you how to go about it if you're making these mistakes. And hence the reason why I'm doing this video content. So nowadays in the fitness industry, there are just so many. I'm sure we all can you can agree that there are just so many misinformation or even conflicting information, right? Which could be preventing you from taking the right action. And every day you are being bombarded with a hell lot of information you see on social media telling you that there is a magical diet, you shouldn't eat this, you shouldn't eat that, you shouldn't eat like this, you shouldn't eat like that, or supplement that you need to take in order to lose weight fast. But what happens is after months of trying, you are still stuck. And I know that this can be discouraging because this is also something that Rick went through. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna break down the 5 things that I'm gonna show you the 5 things that you need to stop doing and what you need to do instead. So the first thing Rick stopped doing was he stopped actually looking for a quick fix or shortcut. So quick fixes like diets, detox products, slimming or weight loss shakes, they promise you fast results, but they don't give you lasting results. Okay, I know it's tempting, but the moment you stop taking, the moment he stopped taking, he regained back the weight that he has lost, and if even more, because you don't actually learn anything about nutrition. You don't change your lifestyle habits by drinking a shake. So the moment you stop doing, you go back to your old ways, and these are the ways that cause you to be overweight in the first place. So if you don't change the things that got you here in the first place, you will repeat the same experience. So instead, what he did was he focused on, instead of chasing on quick fix, he focused on sustainable long-term habits like eating right and exercise. So just to share with you a few things that he did, he dialed into his food portions for weight loss. He eat the right nutrient proportions. He eat foods that are sustainable for him, and he also includes some progressive training 3 to 4 times per week into his workout routine. And overall, he learned to make small sustainable changes in his lifestyle over time, which helped him to stay consistent. And this is what truly drive lasting weight loss. So if you think about it, the fastest way to lose weight is actually to do it slower. Okay, to do it the right way. Okay, it's because if you're always looking for a shortcut, which you will lose weight within like a month or two, but when you regain back the weight, if you look at it in a longer scale, it's actually costing you more time and effort. But when you do it right the first time, you don't have to do it over and over again. Okay, so if you do it right the first time, you might get your results within 3 to 6 months, but you won't have to repeat. You won't regain the weight, and you won't have to repeat the same thing over and over again. If you were to try a shortcut, a quick fix, you might lose weight within um within 1 month. But what you realize that every 3 months you actually repeat the same, you need to repeat the same cycle, and it goes on years and years and years. Okay, so that's the first thing he did. Stop looking for quick fix. Now, the second thing is stop. He did was stop skipping meals. He thought that cutting out meals will help him to lose weight faster, like cutting out dinner, cutting out breakfast, and this is something that many people also the thing is the same, but it often results in the opposite. And the reason is because when he skip meals, he is likely to overeat later in the day because he was just starving the whole time. And it becomes a vicious cycle because the moment you allow yourself to get too hungry, it's harder for you to have more self control. So, what he did was he established a consistent eating schedule, and he is able to control his hunger levels by spreading his meals throughout the day, be it 3 or 4 meals. And this actually helped him to keep his hunger and energy levels stable, not fluctuating so much. Okay, and because of that, he also start to have less cravings, and he doesn't fall into binge eating. So that's the second point. You got to stop skipping meals. The third point is stop. He stopped ignoring or neglecting his sleep. Okay, so as a typical guy, he often stays up late and watch TV and play games, right? And I would say that sleep is often something that is overlooked, but is crucial for weight loss and overall health. So what happens is when he didn't get enough sleep, when he was sleeping like 4 to 5 hours every night, it disrupts his hormones that regulate his hunger and appetite, which leads to cravings and overeating. And also, it affected his energy level and motivation to exercise. Because when you're tired all the time, you won't have the motivation or energy to want to exercise, right? So what he did was, we improve his sleep by getting to bed 30 minutes earlier every week. So right now, at the start, he was sleeping at maybe at 1:30 or 2 a.m. So every week, we try to bring the time 30 minutes earlier. Okay, so we started at 1:30. So the first week, we say, okay, you gotta get to bed by 1 1 o'clock. And the second week we try 12:30 and 12. And I think eventually we all found a sweet spot is around 11 to 12 max. And that allows him also to get his 7 hours of sleep every night and give his body the rest he needs to recover and function properly. And another thing I want to point out is when you want to make a change or improve your sleep, you don't want to straight away jump from, like, cut your sleeping time, shift your sleeping time by too much, by 2 or 3 hours. Your body is just not going to be used to it. What you want to do is take small steps, shift it 30 minutes earlier each time. Okay, and sleep, just to share, sleep is also important for a healthy metabolism. Okay, because not getting enough sleep can slow down your metabolism and make weight loss harder. So that's the third thing he stopped doing. Stop neglecting his sleep. Now, the fourth thing is he stopped doing is stop obsessing over the number on the scale. So the body weight scale can be a useful tool. Okay, you step on a scale every morning or every day just to check how much you weigh, but it doesn't tell the whole story. But he was obsessed with the number on the scale, and because of that, it created a lot of stress and anxiety in him. Like if he didn't hit the number he wants, it makes him disappointed and makes him feels like a failure, even though when he was actually making some progress in other ways. And that caused him to develop some unhealthy behaviors, like the first two mistakes I shared earlier, going on restrictive diets, trying to skip meals just to speed up his progress. And being obsessed with the number on the scale also has caused him to lose his motivation to show up consistently. And when you don't show up consistently, it's going to hold you back from getting results. So what he did was, instead of focusing on the scale, he started to pay attention to other important signs of progress. Okay, like physical appearance. Like he realized that he actually gain muscle and lose weight at the same time. So when these two things happens, your body weight doesn't really change. Okay, then he also pay attention to how he feels. Okay, he feels better throughout the day, better energy levels. He doesn't have the afternoon crash after lunch. And then he also said that he started to fit better in clothes. His pants, he started to fit better in his pants. His shirts start to look better. And of course, in the gym, he also gets stronger in his workouts. He increased his strength. So these are better indicators of progress compared to just the number on the scale. Okay, the number on the scale is just one measure of progress, and oftentimes it can be misleading. Your body weight can fluctuate throughout the day due to stuff like factors like water retention, salt intake, and even stress. Okay, so stop focusing the number on the scale. Now, the fifth one and the last one is he was what he stopped doing was stop comparing himself with others. It's very easy for us as human beings to compare ourselves with others. Okay, and what he did was he was comparing himself a lot with his peers and friends. Like, why is losing weight easier for them? Why are they getting results faster? So I said, everyone's journey is different. We all have a unique life journey on our own. And I do also struggle with comparisons from time to time. It's normal as human beings. Okay. So we all need this reminder from time to time. Okay. That when you compare yourself with someone else, you are actually running into someone else's life or journey, and you ignore your own path. Because we all have a different body type, we have different genetics, lifestyle, and it's not always a equal comparison. So if you were to compare, you're actually setting yourself up for frustration and disappointment. And many times also, when it comes to comparison, we always tend to compare our not so good things with someone else best things. Okay, we just find something that is the worst in us, and we look at someone's their best in them, and we start to make that comparison. And this is how humans, we tend to self-sabotage ourselves. So what he did was, what the change he needs to have a change in mindset, right? So what he did was he started to focus on his own progress, because the only competition you have is yourself. So be better than compete with yourself. Be better than you were yesterday. And along the way, he celebrated his small wins, no matter how small, and continued to focus on his path. So these are the five things he stopped doing, that helped him to succeed in his weight loss journey. And I'm sure that these are some of the things that these are the things that will also help you to succeed in your weight loss journey as well. And to recap the five things to stop doing, I also will include the five things you need to start doing. Okay, so we'll go line by line on this. So first one is, stop looking for a quick fix and start focusing on sustainable long-term habits. Second is, stop skipping meals. Start establishing a consistent eating schedule. Third one is, stop ignoring your sleep and start prioritizing 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. The fourth is, stop obsessing over the scale and start looking for other indicators of progress. The fifth one is, stop comparing yourself to others. Start becoming better than you were before each day. So there you have it. And I like to know, just let me know in the comment, which one will you stop or start doing today? Okay, which are the five will you stop or start doing today? And that's all I have for you today. I hope you find this helpful. And as always, stay healthy, happy, and have an amazing day ahead.